Do you remember when the technology exploded many years ago? If you forget, I remember. The technological explosion brought endless glory and achievements. However, the world began to dry up quickly, and everything began to go down the decline. What you are looking at here is a barren wasteland, which is one of the remnants of a time when technology exploded. The remains of broken objects, scattered machine parts, and objects with the traces of human life. They have not yet been completely covered in sand. All of them are telling a story of the past. The wind and sand here never stops day and night. The hand they piled up, that stretched out from the desert, is the tragedy, is the crazy. It's the people in the tragedy who are crying for help. Fortunately, some of the survivors survived. The survivors of a disaster are heavy, because they carry with the grave of the past and the confusion and search for the future. Me too. More than once I have asked, what's the end of the technological explosion? What's the end point? The quest for cool technology is endless, but where are the human issues? Later, when people lose everything in the material world, they finally begin to find the answer. It was a long passage with towering rocks on both sides, and bottomless waters between them. It was night all the year round. There was no day. It was on the dark side where the sun could not shine, and there were only stars in the sky and lighthouses on the water to guide it. This is the only path to a new home after a pool. It was not easy to get through the passage. The deep pool in the broken stream seemed to flow lightly, but they could not tread through it with any tools, because the current had no buoyancy, and people had to walk through it stamp by stamp to reach the exit. The sun began to set on the lotus pond. When you see this, I think you've gone through the tunnel. This is the new world created after the explosion of technology. A place like a page getaway. The lake looks like a mirror, and the lotus grows in the water. In the middle of the lake is a huge lotus terrace, which can purify our body, and people can briefly separate the soul from the heavy body in the lotus terrace. After experiencing the explosion of material technology, people began to understand the body is just a kind of gas state. We are only temporarily placed in a variety of time and space. And finally, everything is like a dream. Only the spiritual consummation can comfort our souls. The sun went down, and the lake, the sky, of the same color. Lights are hanging over the lotus. Many robes hung in the center of the lotus terrace. The other lotus in the lake are converted into energy. Everything getting rid of the tension. The soul is relaxed. The aesthetics of life can be felt most. Here the current is slow and slow. Ripples rise and fall one after another, caressing my heart like a lullaby. The end of the exploring technology seems to have been answered. Its desires are endless, and it can only be fulfilled. It begins to seek the technological exploring the spiritual world of human nature. There's no matter how many times. What is life? Surely it's not endless material food stamps. Perhaps Su Dongpo has given the answer a long time ago. It's like a beautiful but flightless bird trudging through the muddy snow, and the footprints it leaves will disappear with time.